Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Pears on a Pod. We come to you live. We're not live, but we're live and happy because poor one. And we're going into round three with a win under about Huddo. Good to have you
Yeah,
back.
God, it's nice to actually win. We sort of cracked the sads last week. Got a bit of interaction, so hello all YouTube comments. Hope you enjoyed that. Um, you know what the happiest thing I'm about, and it's only we're recording on a Sunday night. And it's just been announced. We're bringing back the Lightning Guernsey from
Oh,
04, 05. I'm so happy.
it's going to be one of the more niche, most requested Guernseys to bring back.
Mm,
And I am so excited to spend hundreds of dollars on the merch that I'll wear whenever the game is. We'll wear it, to be honest.
yeah. Well, we had a discussion beforehand off air. We think it might be Gather Round. So this is a prediction. This could be announced because it said the date 24th. We're dropping it night of the 24th, so this will be all old news. So it might well be Gather Round, might well not be Gather Round. Who knows? Regardless, it's going to look sick.
Yep. And we also proposed the option of St Kilda, our second home game, which um,
The reasoning behind it was quite funny.
Hutto decided to bring up some bad memories with it.
Yeah, just to honour the last time we wore it, which was Heritage Round 2006, where Daniel Motlop missed after the siren in Tasmania in one of the shittest games of football I've ever watched. Ah,
Yeah,
2006 was a weird year.
yeah.
Anyway, we move.
But it should be good to have it back and look forward to whatever round we wear it. But we come off the back of a great 72-point win against the Tigers.
Mm.
Some big performances, but at what cost, Hutto? Because
Oh my god.
you sit here and our injury list decided to grow more than the amount of goals we kicked on the weekend.
Yeah, Jet Lacoste is out probably what 3 to 4 months with a fractured knee, which that sounds
Kneecap.
awful. Kneecap, yeah, that sounds awful. That sounds genuinely shit. And he
Yeah,
tried to run it off. Like he came back on.
he was strapped. I thought he got a corky.
He came back on. Oh dear. So yeah, Luco's out for well until August probably. That's great.
So it could be
Um,
season.
yeah, it could be season, so that's fantastic. Lockie Jones, who played quite well,
Yep,
really redeemed himself. He was good, and he's out for 1 to 2 weeks because that's typically what happens. He plays well and injures himself in the process.
abductor.
Um, so fantastic. Brian Burton, hip. So I think he's
This is the most baffling one to me because he's 3 to 5 weeks, right? And the club decided to put him back on and parked
yeah,
him at full forward, and
yeah.
he
He got
became the main
crunched.
target.
Yeah, he got crunched. He could not move.
No,
I was
he,
more concerned he was being a bit lazy. So apologies, Birdo. I sort of sledged you a bit. Didn't realise your hip was fucked, but here we are. Um, so, um, so we thought, naturally, if Luco goes out, we have a replacement waiting. Ollie Lord. No, what does he do? He fucks his shoulder. So yeah.
well,
Mm.
that normally means there's two names that come to mind, and
Yep.
I think you'll be seeing Jeremy Finlayson and Gustavo Radigalia back in the side next week.
I think we're going to see more than one rat in the side next week.
Rory
Mm.
Atkins.
Yes, with Lockie Jones out, which means probably Miles Bergman goes back to being playing tall, I'd imagine, unless Asada does come in. And then that means Atkins comes in. So, oh, and just to add to it, Jed McEntee did his hamstring sample trial too. So, good thing we don't have Geelong coming up. Um,
Is there a chance that Tommy Cochran gets a go? Because he's been lighting it up.
well, considering Christian Moraes came out of nowhere in terms of surprise debut, and far out he was good.
He
He was
was
really
very
good.
good.
I was very impressed. And then he was all emotional in the yeah, nah,
I
Cole
love
Gary
that kid.
instantly. I'm very happy. Nah, I was very impressed. Bit pissed off he was a sub. Unfortunate for Luco that he was injured that early, but good that he got basically a full game. And he was composed. He looked like he was just focused on doing the team things. I think there was a couple of opportunities he could have blazed away, gone for glory, and didn't pass it off.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, but I was pretty happy with that. That was one of the shining lights. But yeah, we've got some selection issues this week in terms of replacing injured bodies.
It is very difficult because it's a 5 day turnaround too. So it's
Mm,
like not only have we got injuries that even if you are sore, you're going to be turning around going into this game. You're not going to be fully recovered, and
yeah,
it's going to be against an Essendon outfit who are being ridiculed and emotionally traumatized by the Adelaide Crows, and they're going to come out with a spring in their step. But I think it dynamically opens us up for an interesting selection because we might sit here and go, "Oh, Sava or Finlayson comes in. He's
Mm,
they're a replacement um, for Luco, and then Jones and obviously Birdo." But then I go, right, well, they did this in the trial against St Kilda and played two rucks.
mm,
So does Soldo come in as one of those tools, and you have say a Finlayson or a Sava, and then you have Soldo, and
mm.
then you playing a two ruck dynamic with pretty much three tall forwards.
Or Dante, like either or.
Dante too.
I just kill the end the Ollie wines in the ruck whole situation because that's pissing me off. Because I
He
reckon
won one yesterday, and
he won.
this he won one. He took it out of the ruck and took it away from whoever he was up against. I don't even know who the Richmond player was at the time, but he took it away from it and he ran away with it. And I was like, that's actually quite good.
Yeah. Then I remember we are playing Richmond. Nothing, no
Yes.
disrespect, they're a young side. That's just the
Mm-hmm.
reality of it. We're probably not going to get that sort of love in terms of the
No.
opportunity. So I just, you know what? We're going to predict selections all. We predicted it last week. What's going to happen? He comes, may should come out. No, we replaced Jeremy Finlayson, who was playing as a tall defender, with a debutant mid forward. So, you know what? I don't know. No one knows. But
they they might spell us a bit of trouble, but I think going by the way we played,
mm,
um, we had it a lot on our terms, which coming against an Essendon side like how they played on the weekend, all we have to do is basically shut down Zach Merritt, and basically we'll win this game comfortably if you put
yeah,
it in the book.
Put Drewy on him. Yeah, a lot of Essendon players underperforming at the moment. But that was a weird game itself. Like we're not here to review pros, but genuine shootout.
Hmm.
But that civils problems for Essendon's defence. But Ridley's back from his concussion protocols, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
he'll be
yeah,
um,
1 day
with
out of it. Yep.
one
So
day out of it.
he'll be back, and I think Laverde is also rumored to be back.
They seem to be missing Cole Langford because obviously last week he was
Mm,
out last week with a hamstring. I don't think he'll come back in this week, but they were playing a Sam Draper and Nate Caddy forward line with Harrison
Draper made me
Jones.
laugh.
Um,
Oh dear.
that was the weirdest set shot routine, by the way.
Yeah, going on the angle from the top of the goal square is certainly a choice, and the groans around the MCG were very funny.
Hmm.
Like
And
that
then he
is
shushed
not
his own
good.
crowd.
Yeah, just sort of back me in sort of vibe. Unless unless he's a typical ruck and just thought it was the Crows fans groaning, which you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, don't know how we're going to match up with that, but I do. If we bring another debutant, sure, do it. Why not? I love that. Just not a predictable bring in. Just like yeah, no, give him a crack. Okay, shit, he did good. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of just the bring him in, unpredictable, change it up because our defense, it looked all right, didn't look
Oh,
great.
it was iffy. Like I said it
I
in the
know what Kane
review.
Farrell was doing in terms of his over the head handball. I think he's Robbie
Too
Gray
cute.
expect. Yeah.
Too cute. I think we're trying to be too particular down there, and
Mm,
even like I think it was Blight for the Tigers. They were getting a lot of contested marks, which
mm,
worried me, and I think that's where they had a Lear quite free and quite open a lot of the time, but we couldn't quite get to every contest. But
yeah.
I think we looked iffy down there, and I think we looked a lot. And it's going to expose again. It will absolutely 100% expose, and I think we're going to be one of those sides this year that will have a day where we keep a side to 45, and then we're going to have a day where
We're
like
gonna get lucky.
Collingwood.
Mm,
Yeah, so it's quite unpredictable, and I don't particularly like um, the way we move it out of defence. It's very much
mm,
that Miles Bergman's that target instantly,
mm.
like 15, 20 metres. And there's also, he's almost turning onto his right foot instantly and bombing it to a contest regardless. So it's like you're gaining 25 metres, then getting another 50 instead of attacking the corridor. Um,
Yeah. We
which,
saw a
I,
lot of what we
which,
wanted to do.
yeah,
in terms of the chaotic, just frequent handballing down the field and then get that kick into the forward 50. Leading out of the forward 50, like, Georgie looked really good. I'm
Pep.
yeah, Pep, fantastic. That goal, unfortunately, it's not going to win goal of the year nomination this week because Isaac Rankin probably has that covered. That goal was genuinely insane.
Yeah.
Um, both were great. One of them replaced the opening. Oh, actually, no, Carl Amons was pretty good in the opening rounds. Just
Yeah.
give us two nominees this week. Um, yeah. Pep, very good. I just thought he looked all right, but my issue is I'm going to sound like the most negative Nancy's. We just don't bury a side, like especially when it's a side down the bottom of the ladder. Just bury them. I know we probably had injury concerns. Probably can lay off that a bit, but I just 100-point margin would be nice. Like get
Yeah.
the percentage back. Like what we did to Sydney last year was just an obliteration. Didn't really let them back in. We literally put the foot down in their throats. Like
Yeah, but
that's what I want more of.
I think with the point of view there is, and I was a little less lenient on it because I thought, right, still was a hot day.
Mm,
We had three injuries. We had one bloke. We had a sub done early. Birdo was down forward with one hip, looking like an 80-year-old.
mm.
And then, yeah,
Alberta.
we still. I mean, we lost the last quarter, but it wasn't like it was like 100 points and we brought it back to 70. It was still around the same mark we had
Mm,
at all day. And I was kind of a bit more lenient because it's round two as well. You're not going to have that match fitness as you would against the Sydney outfit like we did last year at the end of the year. Um, I would have liked 100 points. I would like to bring our percentage back, but I think we did the best we could in that scenario. And when you got one target up forward and Georgiadis and the rest of Smalls, at the end of the game, when you're tiring, you tend to bomb it in a little bit more than you do quick play and fast movement.
yeah.
So I was a little bit
I
more
think
lenient.
I think a lot of our players just sort of just took the foot off the gas in the last quarter. Like you can definitely tell the intensity was nowhere near what it was in that first quarter in terms of wanting to sort of send a message after a shit performance the week before.
It wasn't really a
Um,
contested game either. It was pretty free flowing the whole time, the whole day.
yeah, it was entertainment aspects for sure. And what I love in terms of what Richmond did, like no matter what the score was, like they've obviously got a lot of young kids celebrating like early milestones. They're down by like 80, 90 points. Kid kicks his first goal for his career, and they still all got around him as if the margin was like 5 points or they were in front.
Mm.
That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoyed that, and it was very similar to the same with us, like unselfishness of Horn Francis giving
Mm.
Joe Berry's first goal in the goal square, which
He rooted a lot of fantasy teams doing that.
yeah,
The comments
and a
were
lot of
very
multis
funny.
too.
Yeah.
Well, the two
But
pluses out there, but no, I did like that. I like the energy Richmond brought, and they brought a
Spice.
bit of edge, bit of spice. They were in a Horn Francis all day.
Oh,
Um,
he's a very easy man to piss off, apparently.
I know it was Taranto. I think it was Taranto and Hopper that were just getting into him.
Uh,
Um, I'm surprised he hasn't been fined yet because he was just in jumper punches and melees all day.
yeah, the one at the end of the first quarter was just so unnecessary.
Yeah,
Just so unnecessary.
tell you what, who's been really enjoyable to watch both games, and I think his game last week was obviously clouded by the loss, but Ollie Wines this season has been very.
Mm,
I think he
not bad.
built his way in nicely, and despite being our second ruckman,
Apparently.
very good. I thought
Yeah, no, he was solid as well. And what one thing I really did like was Willie Rioli attending centre bounces.
he had a rotation with Joe Richards. I think
Yeah,
throughout the day,
because it was good to experiment that because I thought he's a very good user of football.
and he's requested it too.
Oh,
He apparently he's been pushing for it, and Josh Carr was the one that said, "Yeah, let's give you a go."
yeah,
Um,
right.
and this was the perfect time to do it. And I only noticed that when I was editing the vlog that he did the first centre bounce, and I was like, "Hang on a second, you don't belong in
Mm.
there."
You missing?
Are
She's like, what? You lost?
you doing the 666 right? What's going on?
Yeah. That's what I thought with Birdo in the final quarter. It was like, you're down the wrong end of the ground, aren't you?
Look, he would have been lost anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, poor bloke.
But no,
Um,
I like it a lot. I like the experimentation.
yeah, no, I do like just try different things, and it worked. Just don't expect it to work all the time. But like Essendon's midfield is better, and they did get the better of Hawthorn's midfield, but the Crows like slapped them silly, despite Merritt having 36 and 4. Not every day
He
you
was
kick
their
100
midfield.
points and lose by 10 goals.
No, it was like a 2004 scoreline.
Mm,
And I
yeah,
thought at one stage we were about to get it.
mm, I thought so too. But yeah, we'll jump into what we're looking at this week.
It's
Essendon
going to,
look weird. They've made being shit look entertaining at points until it goes in their defence and then it just all falls to shit.
they're a really bad rom-com.
Mm,
Like,
yeah,
you just have to keep watching to see what happens. But
like the Joey Smith.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's a great, great analogy. Um,
yeah,
I think at Marvel, they haven't played at Marvel yet, so
yeah. Our home away from home.
that's going to be a little bit different. I think it'll be a little bit cleaner. Um,
Mm,
I am a little bit worried because I don't think we've been anywhere near convincing enough to say, right, this should be the job done. But I think there's motivation for us because, in a sense of, right, we had the first round, shouldn't
mm,
happen. Round two, obviously, you get the job done, you tick the box.
mm.
And then this week, it's like, right, you've beaten Richmond. You come into this week and you want to make this noise about the succession plan and everything go away.
Mm.
You have to come in and get another big win. Um,
Yeah, they have to keep doing it every week. Like
mm,
our defense is going to worry me the whole year because it's incredibly undermanned. We will get stretched by good forward lines with like three-headed attacks. Like a showdown terrifies me right now because the Crows can score and we can't defend. Um,
yep.
so Essendon will be a bit different. See how they like with no Langford, that's obviously very beneficial. And then we got St Kilda, who they're a bit all over the shop and haven't got Max King. And then Hawthorn, which we know Hawthorn. So
Well, Hawthorn would probably match up a lot better, if anything, out of all three of those teams because they have Chol, they have Gunston, matches our forward line, our defensive a little bit better.
Gunston loves beating up on us though.
Well, it depends if he plays, and depends if
He was good the other day.
he was.
They
There's
gave
someone
him
else
the
that they
sub.
played down there, I'm pretty sure, but
Yeah, they got a few down there.
that's in 3 weeks' time. But this
Yeah,
one,
very ahead of us.
I don't know. I feel like Essendon are just like type of team to come up against a side like Port and be like, oh, you know, let's just turn it on.
Mm. They've done it before. They've done it a few
Yeah, what was it,
times.
2018? Do you
Yeah,
remember that?
McDonald, Tip, and Woody took the piss out of Hannah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What an awful matchup that was.
That was shit house that whole game. Um, but yeah, no, I expect us to win. Like we should realistically we should win, but I wasn't like I don't think our handball happy chaotic midfield plan doesn't match up against a good side. But if we bring pressure, we bring pressure. I can't read us after the last 2 weeks.
I think the handball happy will work if talk about execution. There was too many times on the weekend we missed that handball, and
Mm,
it's not even like we missed the handball at the back end of the chain where you run out of room and you just end up with the stoppage. It's right at the start. Like we're
mm,
already lining it up, and it's like Farrell to Bergman, Bergman back to Farrell. Then we're caught on a riff, and you just got to handball your
yeah,
way out of it, and then you miss a handball, and then that's it. There was one
they
other
count.
one where they made up for it. They ended up working it through, and Burgoyne had it was Richards and Horn Francis both open free by themselves, and Horn Francis kicked the goal. So you're playing with fire.
Yeah, it's chaos. And but yeah, I don't know. I don't trust it yet. But we'll see what happens, especially with obviously there's going to be some changes in how we look now. But actually kicking to a lead made me happy. We haven't seen that for a while.
And working our way through that too.
Mm,
Like it wasn't just kick to a lead, it was working to the lead.
yeah,
And
100%.
it looked a lot nicer. Um, and I'm just glad we've got the Thursday night, which means the weekend technically won't be ruined. It'll just be
Just Friday at work might suck.
just Friday will be a sickie.
Mm, yeah, 100%. Tip?
by 21.
I was going to go say 4 goals. Go 4 goals.
I think we're 4 goal better side than Essendon.
And we'll pick our MVP for the week. Gone. Who have you gone?
This weekend just gone, I went with Sam Palpepper.
Mm, right pick.
I was going to go Jordan Sweet because I thought his first half in particular was phenomenal, and obviously Connor Rosie's stats were pretty much painted right in your face to see. But I thought Pep's game, he's the one that changed the course of our forward line, especially when Lukosius went down. So that's my pick. Who's yours?
I'll go with Rosie. He was just everywhere and just weaved his way through everything. He was impressive. 39, 2, not bad. And an honourable mention, not stats wise, but just vibes wise, Christian Reyes.
Yeah,
Just good on you, kid. And I want to put Willie Rioli throwing milk in the Gatorade shower. Yeah, that was a choice.
no calcium deposits down at Alberton.
Mm, yeah, no, it was very moving that he did that.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Quick
Good.
shout out as well, Jackson Mead. We didn't mention him yet.
Oh
30
yeah,
for
meaty.
disposal. He was phenomenal. I thought his contested work was fantastic, and Drew's 12 tackles, which not only helped his game be elevated above
Mm,
for what it was, but also helped my fantasy team. So
yes.
thank you, Willem.
Josh Sin also very good too. Right. After playing happy lovey dovey with Dan Houston the week before, we decided to tell Richmond to go and get stuffed. So fantastic.
Man, I just got to tell Essendon to go get stuffed and show Xavier Desmond where to put the arrows.
Yeah, well, hopefully he does that this week. That'd be very nice. But yeah, so very happy. Hope we are
Mm-hmm.
going to try and tee up some guests soon. If you have any ideas or anything like that, or any past players who are listening to the podcast, which would be awesome, if you want to come on and have a chat, let us know. And we will get Beyond Alberton up in the next couple of weeks. I believe so, Ant.
Yeah, go heading into Gallagher, we'll get some nice SA
That's good
footy
call.
promotion and
Good call.
really get everything going. And we look forward to seeing the Lightning Bolt Guernsey brought back and
Bosh.
can't wait to spend all my cash on this club again.
Yep. As per usual.
Yeah,
Bastards.
especially after
Well,
taking the membership.
and if you haven't spent your membership voucher at Port Adelaide, that's what you can do. You can spend it on that Guernsey.
That's what I'll be doing, to be honest.
Just save Ant $50. Good guy, me.
I'm going to use Dad's as well, so 100.
Well, that's us. That's us from this week, I'd say. Sorry, I wasn't as entertaining last week, where you saw us all lose our minds. But sure, we won't be too far away before we do it again.
We didn't mention the one thing that was the biggest talking point over the weekend, and I
What's that?
can't believe Travis Boak's 393 record.
Ah, yes, Trav. Well done. Very well done.
Also, can the midfielders change your boots? Because I'm sick of looking the same damn colour. Like, point of difference, please.
Mm, yeah.
But anyway, love you, Trav. We'll see you next week.
Typical to close on a Trav message. See ya.
Yeah. Bye.